Hi, I'm Tina. I am 18 years old. I still love Josh Devine with all of my heart, and I went to Ultra Dublin on October the 16th.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm 15 years old and I am still a very big fan of Josh Devine drums. I went to Sheffield Ultra on the 31st of October 2015.
Thank you, Josh, for meeting Emily.
Thank you, Josh, for meeting Tina.
So in this video, we are gonna list our top 5 moments from each meeting with Josh. On October the 17th, I met Josh. I met my sunshine. It was so surreal. Number 1, he freaking knew my name. He came out and I straight went to him. I was like, can I have a hug? He was like, yeah, of course. And he hugged me. And then I hugged back. And I was like, you are Tina, right? And I didn't know what's going on. I didn't realize it. And then he went off and I turned to my friends. Did Josh Devine just know who the heck I am? What is life?
On October 17th, 2015, Tina met Josh. And Josh met Tina. And he knew who she was. You know how amazing that is for someone when the person who you idolise the most, who is the most important person to you, knows who you are. Amazing. Can't believe it. It was a very good day. It made me speechless. It was so cute. One of the main things I can remember is Josh wrote the tattoo for Tina. He was under pressure, but he did it anyway because it's like he'd do anything for her. That's one thing that I remember because it made us so happy, and when Tina's happy, everyone's happy.
Number 2, why my meeting with Josh is so surreal. Before he went, I remembered that I wanted to have a line of his song, Fight For You, written down so I can have the 2 of it. I remembered it the last second. I was like, can you write it down? He was like, no, but don't worry, I'll be back, I promise. Promises mean a lot to me, but he promised me he would be back, and he held his promise.
The second thing that I can remember from Tina meeting Josh, the hug. She literally wouldn't stop sending me videos of it for days. That's how happy she was. It was perfect. It was so cute and I loved it. It was amazing. Oh, they're so cute.
Number 3, when he then came back as he promised. So before everyone else is gonna see him, I'm gonna attack him and like, please write that down. So he wrote it down, as you can see here. And he was very scared. He was like, my handwriting is really bad. Are you sure you want that on your body? Think about it. Like, he was really worried, which was kind of sweet. Well, what can I say? A few hours later, I had my tattoo of Josh Devine's handwriting. And I love it. I still love it. 3 months later, and I'm obsessed with it still.
The third thing that I can remember from when Tina met Josh, she met him more than once. And I can remember that because after the first time, she rang me and it was really awkward because I was in the car with my mum. And my mum was like looking at me and I was like, oh my god. And my mum was like... So I was like freaking out in the car. And then I was like, okay, you're gonna have to ring me back because I can't talk right now, I'm in the car and I'd just finished a football game. So she met him while I was playing football. Right, how cool is that? And I couldn't just remember it because she was so happy and she was like... She didn't get a picture, she got a hug I think. And wow, she was so happy, it was crazy. And I love it when Tina's happy.
Number 4. Thank you to whoever filmed this and put it on YouTube because I always crack up when I watch it. So I made a banner of Joshua's creepy face. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna get him sign this. So I pulled out the banner and I pulled out the Sharpie and went up to him and was like, can you sign this? He looked at me and was like, oh my days, where did you get that from? Well, it's on Tay's Snapchat. And he was like, oh bloody Taylor. A friend of mine told him that Ollie told me to bring it. Oh, I'm gonna punch Ollie in the face. It is so funny. And then told him that I came to Dublin just to see him. He was like, and you brought that picture?
The thing that I can remember from when Tina met Josh, when they were hugging, it was like, okay, let me just try and... Okay, right, this is a very accurate representation. See on this cactus, right, this is Josh. Ah! Josh, I hate you. He just pricked my finger. Right, this is Josh and this is Tina. He was so small that I had to stand on his tippy toes just to hug her. And it made me laugh and I rewatched the video so many times just because I was laughing at how small he is and yeah. It was very funny.
Last but not least, the second hug. Oh my god. Yes, we hugged again. His hugs make you believe in God. He smells amazing. I was planning for this for 4 years, quite a long time, to tell him something. And I did. I whispered something into his ear, like pulled me in so tight and held me like, oh my gosh, it's okay, thank you so much for telling me. I was like, oh, thank you so much to Claudia for filming this. And I know I don't feel comfortable posting the original video, even though you can't hear it, but it's quite personal. And I'm so happy I finally told him.
A fifth thing that I remember about Tina meeting Josh is when they were hugging again, because they were hugging for a very long time. Very long time. And when they were hugging, he was so happy and smiley, and then she started telling him something, which was very cute. His face went all serious and he was listening intently. And he was properly listening, and then she told him what she'd been wanting to tell him for so long. She told him that, and he suddenly went serious, and it was like the perfect moment. People have tried to ruin that for her, but it is unruinable. I mean, it was just perfect. It was amazing. They need to meet again because they're very cute together. They're very cute. So they need to meet again, basically.
Okay, on to Emily's meeting. I'm so excited to talk about it. Her friend wouldn't get up in the morning. I was like, you need to go now. Maybe he will like not be there anymore if you don't leave now. I'm like, yeah, no, but she's not getting up. And I remember I was so mad. Wake her up, just leave. I don't care, you need to go. I was so mad. I was off school that day. I don't know why, but I was off school that day and I was like laying in bed. I was like, no, you need to wake her up now or you won't meet him. I was so mad. Oh my god.
Something I remember from when I met Josh the second time, it was like everyone was staring at us and he was talking to me and he was like, I promise I'll come back. And he promised me that he'd come back. And then as soon as he walked away, all these people just swarmed me and they were like, oh my god, what did he say to you? What did he say to you? And it was so funny. Okay, every time I think about it, I laugh.
Second thing, I was on FaceTime audio with Emily like the whole time. Suddenly, she got like all excited and he's here. I was like, who's here? The phone cut off. I was like, oh my gosh, she's meeting Josh. I tried to call her, and it's okay, she's meeting Josh, I can't call her, I can't distract her. And then she called me, I was like, nah, they didn't really meet him. She kind of met him, but not really. Basically, he told her he'll be back in 10 minutes. Oh, God, that day was a roller coaster, I tell ya.
Okay, another thing that I remember from meeting Josh, I was sat on this wall, I looked up, and he was across the road, and he was stood behind this car, and I was on the phone to Tina, and I was like, okay, he's there. And then my friend was sat next to me and she was like, no he's not, what do you mean he's there, where is he? And I was like, he is there, he's walking towards us. He smiled at me and started walking towards us. And I was like, okay, stay calm. I started walking towards him and then I passed him my bag and he was like, wow, this is so sweet, thank you. And I was like, oh! But I was keeping it all inside, okay? I was chill on the outside. I'm so proud of myself, I was so chill. He was just stood right there and I was sat away from everyone because I didn't want everyone to like intrude, but people intruded anyway. I took him off me. But he came back, so it's okay. And he was just there and he was looking around and then I like looked up and then he like, oh.
So next thing, we like talk and I was like, Emily, it's been like over an hour now. And she was like, yeah, now I know. We're like, but he promised, he will be back. And suddenly she was like, he just DM'd me. I was like, who? She was like, he just DM'd me, like messaged me on Twitter. Like, who DM'd you? And she's like, Josh. I was like, no he didn't. She's like, yeah, he did. And the DM basically said, I'll be back, I promise. And I cried again. I was happy, okay?
Another thing from when I met Josh, the other girl was trying to take a picture and he looked at me and then he like put his hand on my shoulder and he was like, should we get a picture then? Looking at a picture I think, and then Tina was on the phone still and she was like, Josh just tweeted you. And I was like, no he didn't, why would you say that? And then I went off the picture and it said Josh Devine mentioned you and I had 20 plus notifications and it was flooded. It said something about being thankful for his fans. Like, he tweeted me. I was like, oh my god. And it was the best day ever. It was amazing. It was the best day ever and I'm not even exaggerating.
Fourth thing, Emily finally met her sunshine, Joshua Devine. What happened was, that was so random. I was still on the phone And she was like sitting down because it has been quite a while. And suddenly I heard Josh talking. I was like, what the hell? Where did he come from? Like, she didn't tell him, oh, he's coming. No, I just like heard him like, hey, how are you? I was like, what's going on? They hugged. And I was crying again. Because I was crying, I was like really loud crying. And I was still in Emily's phone, ear like thingy. And then she suddenly goes like, you're making Tina cry. And I was like, did you just tell him I'm crying on the phone? Like, no, you can tell him anything right now. He's meeting you. Don't tell him about me crying on the phone. And Joshua goes, casually goes like, oh, she's on the phone. And Emily, yeah, the one with the tattoo. And he was like, yeah, no, Tina, I died. No big deal.
Josh, when he'd come back out the hotel, and he'd said to me like, he promised me he was going to come back. Me as a person, I think promises are like really important. So I trusted him so much. I was like, I promise I'll come back in 10 minutes. All these people surrounded me. But then there was this one girl that came over, and 10 minutes went by, and she came over to me and she was like, he said he'd be back in 10 minutes. And I was like, well, that's what he said to me. And she said to me, listen, love, I don't think he's coming back. And I was like, hold up, I trust him. And then another 10 minutes went by, and she was like, yeah, he's not going to come back. So then I walked away from her and walked to this wall. Literally 2 minutes after she said it, I was on the phone to Tina and we were just talking, and then I got a notification and it said, Josh Devine, I'll be back, I promise. And I was like, whoa, Josh just DM'd me. And then Tina was like, what? And then he opened it and he was like, I'll be back, I promise. And that was the second time that he promised me something. And promises mean a lot to me, so I was certain he was coming back. And he did, and honestly, he made me so happy.
Number 5, which technically doesn't count because it happened afterwards, but screw you and your rules, because it was cute and it made me cry. Everything made me cry that day. So afterwards, after meeting Josh, Emily, for whatever reason, had a craving for bubble tea, so she went to get one. I think it was bubble tea, yeah. So I was still on the phone, and so I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, what's going on? Like, he just tweeted you. She was like, who tweeted me? And like, Josh just tweeted you. She was like, no, he didn't. Like, yeah, I'm seeing the tweet. And I read the tweet out of, to her. She was like, and then we like freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, he just tweeted me. She like had all the presents she gave him sprawled out on the bed. It was so cute. Basically, Emily met Josh, got a DM and a tweet. Goals?
Another thing that happened that day was we hugged, and it was amazing. Probably the best hug I've ever experienced. It was one of those things where when it happens and when you think about it, it just makes everything go away. Like, you forget about everything bad, you forget about everything, and you just focus on that one thing, and it makes you so happy, and you just can't stop smiling whenever you think about it, or when it happens, or when you talk about it, or anything. That is just what it was like. It was amazing. He hugged so good.
It's alright, calling out for somebody to hold tonight. When you're lost, I'll find a way, I'll be your light. You'll never feel like you're alone. I'll make this feel like home.
A lot. Please cut this out of the video.
I am 18 years old and I forgot what's next.